Yo, Aries. Okay, so I gotta get this out while it came in because it's fresh off the press. So many messages have been coming in by way of music. And for you, it's Muna's, M-U-N-A, What I Want. I'm going to read you the lyrics. I don't normally do this. I'm going to read you the lyrics. I'm going to play a little bit of song. Fuck a copyright claim. Because in Virgo season, we were fine, honey. And in Virgo season, it's time to analyze. And your Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you are the type to really appreciate experiential wisdom and doing something rather than just like hearing about shit through the grapevine. You want firsthand. And so you need firsthand experience so that you can help formulate an opinion that is eventually going to help others, help assist others, help guide others, because you are a natural born leader. You're not, it's not Leo, you're not like regal leadership. Aries is known for being a Leo, but they're like natural born leaders, and they are very loyal foot soldiers. Aries, ultimately, that's really what they are. And Aries energy takes one and fucking no one. And they don't naturally usually want to lead. Usually they end up leading because, all right, it's like if there isn't a worthy leader for me to help, you know, guide the army with, then I'll do it, you know? I know, you know. Anyway, okay, we're getting away from there's a certain honor, there's a certain trust in yourself that I feel like it really helps you respect Virgo. Because Virgo has that same sense of like moral, ethical, honest. I feel like, well, the older ones usually do. It usually takes them a minute to get there. But they do have like standards, and Aries has usually a certain kind of standard that they don't talk about a lot. But okay, I'm getting off point. And that makes sense because Mars, your ruling planet, is now in Gemini, and it's going to be very ping pong shiny squirrel. You know what I mean? ADD on 12. And there is just a need that if I can remind you of that, it'll help you feel like less pressured. It'll help you feel less like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I all over the place? That's why. So it can have Mars in Gemini can have you feeling really scattered, have you feeling like very curious. Don't get your cat fucking killed because your ruling planets in Gemini having you looking over the fence and curious about what's going on, you know, in other people's shit. But I do feel like you're going to be motivated to learn new things, to explore, to socialize, to experience. And you need these experiences because you need to analyze. And it's funny because I was like, why is this song is coming through and this doesn't feel like Virgo. This feels like it should be for Libra or for Scorpio. Why is this coming in for Virgo season? Aries, you need to start experiencing and trying different things. Get a little taste of all different kinds of stuff, how your toe dipped in different pools, honey, so that you can really get clear about what you want. And you need to analyze. As Virgo, I analyze. You need to have these experiences so you can analyze what you want, so that going into Libra season, your shadow season, your ass doesn't get tossed all to and fro because of the, you know, charm and desire and all the, you know, Venusian shit that starts to happen. And so that you can, it's like analyze what you want in Virgo season, while out in Virgo season, experience what you want in Virgo season, because when you get to Libra season, you're going to have a really clear, specific, like, understanding of what you do and don't want in like the upgraded list. So that when you get to I desire in Scorpio season, we're building upon what we already want, because we're not going into Scorpio season trying to figure out, what do I actually want? What would be good for me? No, do that shit now. All right. I don't know why I need to read y'all these lyrics, but this is how Spirit wants it, and I'm going to give Spirit what it wants. When I go out again, I'm going to drink a lot. I'm going to take a shot, because that's just what I want. Yeah, what I want. And when I see my friend put something on her tongue, I'm going to ask for one, because that's just what I want. What I want. I spent way too many years not knowing what I wanted, how to get it, how to live it up. And now I'm going to make up for it all at once, because that's what I want. Just what I want. I want the full effects. I want to hit it hard. I want to dance in the middle of a gay bar. Ooh, that's what I want. There's nothing wrong with what I want. That's another thing. I feel like you figuring out and analyzing what you want. Because for some, it's funny that the gay bar thing just hit. I mean, that's not abnormal. I feel like some of you, there could be some of you who are coming into like an understanding of your sexuality or expanding upon things, like, you know, towing the line a little bit in some sort of ways. But there is something about, get clear about analyzing what you want, making sure that you're being guided and led by your moral and ethical compass, not society's, your family's, your parents, your cultures. What do you want? What feels right to you? So that you can shed this shame about feeling like, any shame or any guilt for what you want and how you want it and how you go about getting it. Because I want the fireworks. I want the chemistry. I want that girl right over there to want to date me. Ooh, that's what I want. There's nothing wrong with what I want. Yeah. She's dancing to that song with all that leather on. I think we'll get along, because she's got what I want. What I want. I've spent way too many years not knowing what I wanted, how to get it, how to live it. And now I'm going to make up for it all at once, because that's what I want. I want the full effects. I want to hit it hard. I want to dance in the middle of a gay bar. Ooh, that's what I want. There's nothing wrong with what I want. I want the fireworks. I want the chemistry. I want that girl right over there to date me, to want to date me. Ooh, there's nothing wrong with what I want. My hands are shaking. It's psychosomatic. That's how bad I want what I want. What I want. What I want. I'm going to take it. I'm just going to grab it. That's how bad I want what I want. I spent too many years. I've cried too many tears, and now I'm going to make up for it all at once. Fuck copyright claims. And so in Virgo season, we refine. We refine what we want. We determine what we want. Go after it. So that in Libra season, it's like entering the new chapter of the year. In Libra season, we can go into it with a newfound internal balance that will manifest externally, because we will have given ourselves the experience. Virgo is very do more, talk less. And that's what's coming up. There is, as you know, we kick off Virgo season with your ruling planet in the sign of curiosity, in the sign of exploration, in the sign of early education, short distance travel, interaction, kin, networking, neighborhoods, home. This made me think of Burning Man. Oh my God. Okay, so wow out. And it's funny that this is coming up for you too, because this is exactly what came through for Pisces, and Pisces is in your subconscious. And I feel like there's a lot of healing for you to just be out the fuck your mind, for you to not be so regimented. I think that you are needing to experience some contrast in some sort of way. Your birthright is pleasure, and you have a right to pursue that, whatever that is for you. So August 22nd, Virgo gets the sun, and there's this spotlight on analysis, service, practicality, order, doing things the right way. And you've got to figure out, is this person loving me the right way? Are they loving me in a way that's making me feel safe? Am I loving them in, XYZ? Am I giving what I'm expecting? There is this need to, I feel like you have the self-awareness thing down. It's just a matter of setting the standard, not letting the standard be this internal thing. Damn, I'm fucking weird sometimes. Anyway, on August 24th, Uranus retrogrades in Taurus, and it's like fear factor. There's gonna be a lot of like you facing your fears. And some of your fears are understanding that you figuring out what you want, and you being brave enough to be that, to do that in the open, is to you being your whole self out loud, unapologetically, is pioneering a path for other people who are watching you, who would never let you know that they're watching you, but are oh so inspired by you. You've got to figure out what you want and start acting on it, and stop pussyfooting around it. Start living it out loud, loud and proud, so that you can really. And for some of you, I don't know why I'm saying like loud and proud, make all these like all these LGBTQ fucking references, but it's like for some of you maybe it is that. I don't know how many times in my life I've had to come out. I came out in the 3rd grade to my mom when I telling her I like girls, and then having to come out to like my friends as like I've come out as I consider myself a lesbian for 13 years, and had to come out with that. Then had to come out and we're like, actually, I'm a fan of boys too, and then had to come out, actually I'm fucking pan, and I'm a fan of everybody, and then having to come out and be, oh, I'm actually polyamorous. I think where was the language for this all of my life? Having to explain that. Oh, then having to explain to my Christian pastor of a father and ordained mother that I'm a tarot reader and have done, you know what I mean? It's just, there's something about that Aries like bucking the system and that pioneering the way. It's just like it's been, I don't even know if it's been hard for you, or you would consider it being hard, but I do feel like it has been a struggle for you to really come out, like fall in love with yourself and be your whole self unapologetically, and then understand, like when you do this, especially for those of you who are younger, and the older that you get, you're going to start to see, like, you're going to start to see the path you've pioneered. You know what I mean? The impact that you've made just by way of being your whole self, and giving other people the space and the freedom to be their whole selves. So figure out what you want. Figure out that way and analyze it. Test all the things. Taste all the flavors. I just heard I am 32 flavors and then some. Shout out to Ani. Okay, anyway, Aries, on August 25th, Mercury enters your shadow, Libra, and is going to be definitely amplifying your flirtation, your ability to charm, your ability to be diplomatic. This amplified interest in justice and fairness and doing things the right way again is going to be a great thing. Also, after the 25th that's the time to renegotiate any terms or refinance, or if there's something going on with like something, do it then before Mercury retrogrades in Libra. On August 27th, we have the new moon in Virgo, and this is I don't know if I'm going to do another video about it. Actually, I may be at the burn. But there is something about how to unwind, where to tighten up. Where in your life are you too tightly wound, and where does shit need to be tightened up? That needs to be determined. Now, oh God. On August 29th, September 3rd, and September 6th, the true North Node in Taurus is going to be semi-sextiling Chiron retrograde in Aries. And there's something about third time's the charm. I just heard third trigger. The address, this is going to be like addressing your childhood wounds, some identity wounds, really bringing to the surface something that's been, it's like an opportunity is presented for you to observe, wow, like this has been keeping me from operating in my value in some sort of way, or operating in my worth in some sort of way. And it may be low-key heartbreaking, but I feel like this is an opportunity that's coming in for you to live better. On September 5th, Venus goes into Virgo, and it's giving 9 of Pentacles. It's very what I want. On September 9th, Mercury retrogrades in Libra. So like I was saying, do the refinances after the 25th while, you know, we're in that period of like fairness, and or you can wait until after, you know, Mercury's out of shadow in Libra. But if you have something pressing financially, I feel like that'd be a good time to handle that. Applying for loans or anything like that. Mercury, also on September 9th, Mercury will be retrograding in Libra, and will retrograde back into Virgo, actually, back into exaltation. So I do feel like it's going to be a mild retrograde, but there is something about you articulating and innovating and building upon something in the realm of I balance and back into I analyze. Like there's a re-evaluation, a re-analysis. Then on September 10th, we have the full moon in Pisces, where this is all about like break away from your humanity. It's time to get weird. I feel like on the full moon, like really let yourself go, get loose, get wild, do whatever, I don't know, whatever that means for you, get weird. Hydrate. Got some sweetgrass for that ass. Light it if you got it. Because we're welcoming in our benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thank you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2022. Keep hearing neutrality, like neutrality. Queen of Swords as the first card. Interesting. What I want. you have got to get comfortable establishing and speaking and expressing your boundaries. You've got to remember, first and foremost, first thing out to be clarified on the selenite throne is how you express yourself, how you talk, your word choice, how fair and honest you are in your dealings. I feel like there is Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. There's someone that you may have to cut off, or you may have cut off, or something feels off with, or your spidey senses are tingling. They may have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Virgo placements. But I do feel like there is something about mental fog, or something is unclear. And how long are you going to actively participate in a situation that is unnecessarily unclear? If someone is keeping things vague with you, or you notice that there's a shift in someone's behavior, blah blah blah, whatever it is, it's just like, how long are you going to keep putting your hand to that? The Queen of Swords is coming out to say it's time to really start reaching for what is yours to have. And you can only do that after you acknowledge what's time to turn your back on, what's no longer working for you, especially if it has to do with a Gemini or a Virgo. Because I feel like you can start to will, talk, speak, command what you want into your existence. There is something like very powerful about Mercury being in your shadow, Mercury retrograding in your shadow. I do feel like there is this Eight of Cups, this need to get out of your comfort zone, the Queen of Wands back there, getting out of your comfort zone and pursuing your dreams. But the Magician is out to say, hey, you have every fucking thing that you need to start, or to get to the next level, or to, just heard, I will get there. I will get there somehow. Cross that river. Nothing stopping me now. Get there. I will get through the night and make it through to the other side. Get there. Sorry. Shout out to Boyz II Men. I'm telling you, music has been... No. This energy is so playful, and I hope that you play with it. And I love that Gemini is showing up, because this is where your ruling planet is. And I feel like it's going to help you start to explore different passions, different loves, different entertaining, different kinds of company. I feel like there's someone that you can really like talk to, or you're starting to, interesting, Two of Swords being at the center of the reading. It feels like, I don't feel like you're in danger of being in this place any longer, or if you are in this place, or you arrive at some place where you feel unsure, where you're not sure of a place to go, where you're at a crossroads, Io Hecate. Like, there is this stillness, this quietness, this foundation that I feel like you have actually already established in the realm of your mind. There's a foundation that's been laid. Some of you, I feel like you finally, it's interesting. It's like you got a little hurt. Some of y'all may have gotten your feelings a little hurt about something, or from someone, or it's like you've brushed your shoulders. I don't know, you brushed your shoulders off. But make sure that there is no willful blindness. You're willing to see everything for what it is. I feel like you guys are in a point where you've like figured out how to really start to like invest in what to do with this. Like when you're at this crossroads energy, like you know what to do with this now. You know that, like, okay, me obstructing my own view, me obstructing my own sight, me sitting in a dark room and putting on a blindfold is going to help me tap into spirit, help me tap into my feelings or my thoughts, or into my ability to visualize. But this is not where, but I don't go and la 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 la, I'm not going to look at anything, or I'm going to ignore all the truths, and that's not where you make decisions from. It's interesting, I just heard alchemist. And so I do feel like you are in a place where the Two of Swords doesn't mean the self-defensiveness that for some of you that it normally does. It feels like you know what sense to obstruct in order to dive into this spirituality or into the subconscious mind. I feel like patience is coming through. The fruit of your labor is coming through. Something that you've been really patiently working on or blindly working, blind faith. I feel like you've put a lot of fear or insecurity or emotions or even like love on the back burner for a goal or for something that you've been trying to build or a connection that you're trying to heal or something, and you start to see the fruit of your labor. But make sure that you're not micromanaging. Make sure that it's like you've done your part. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you've done your part. You've planted the seeds. You've watered it. And now the divine needs to provide the sunshine, Leo season. And in Virgo season, there will be a harvest. But some of you, it's like the divine, I feel like this feels like on purpose. Like the divine may be keeping you in a place where you're just like, man, I don't know if this is ever going to happen. But I'm gonna keep on working. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get it how I want it, but I'm gonna keep on moving. I'm gonna keep on pushing. I'm gonna keep on striving, even though I can't see it. What I see with my physical eyes is nothing. It's like going by way of spirit. But there also may be for the other end, the less like in tune side, aspect of you. Some of you may be really, really unsure about a connection with someone with Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. Final card, final message, please. For Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2022. Final card, Four of Cups reversed with the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles has been out so much. Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Sovereignty. 2727. I just saw my own fucking lucky number. Sovereignty, autonomy. You feeling comfortable. You feeling the divine safety net, beneath your feet, beneath you. I feel like you're coming into Virgo season, and especially when Venus goes into Virgo, you're coming into Virgo season no longer being like haunted by the past or indecision or like these toxic attachments. It just feels like there's this turning of the back and there is this divine, like there's gift, there's an influx of love, of creativity that wants to come in. And it's finally because I feel like you're done with this chapter of loving yourself and therefore loving other people, which is like there's been this defensiveness. I feel like you guys have, the blindfold has come off, but you're learning how to be more discerning about who to surround yourself with, who to love, who to let in your life, who to invest in. You're no longer going in things blind. You're no longer going into the situations just for superficial reasons or, because there's chemistry or heat or they got money or blah, 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 whatever it was, or they're really smart or we had really great conversations or it's such a good kisser or whatever it is. It's like there's depth that you're accessing. So now all the cards are out. There are definitely some shifts with someone or maybe someone new coming in with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. But you kick off Virgo season. Also, only one major arcana. So there's very little redirection. I feel like how you show up and your micro choices are really important going, in Virgo season for you. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Queen of Swords being the first card out, there is just some sort of like, what are you reaching for? What do you want? Do you reach for what you want? Do you, is there a bit of anxiety or depression that needs to be addressed? It's time to talk about things. It's time to say what needs to be said. I feel like also you guys have been in a place where you have maybe been really sharp or not sharp enough. And there's something about like too hot, too cold, just right. Like you finding like a level ground in like in between assertion and aggression. You finding that sweet spot where you get to be really assertive, but like just right before passive aggressive. You know what I mean? You get to say what you need to say, but you get to like sprinkle a little spice on it. And you finally feel comfortable, you know, being that and talking that way, it feels like. There also may be somebody who is like very like woo woo, or someone who's like a know-it-all, or someone who talks a good game that you're like, boy, but I see right through you, or I see right through this, or you know what I mean? There could just be someone with a smooth game that is hoping that you're naive. And I feel like you're not the same level of naive that you were. I think you're hopeful. I think that you are in a place where you really trust yourself. And it doesn't feel like naivete. It feels like no matter what, I got this. So I don't mind taking this candy from this stranger. That probably wasn't the best analogy, but okay, you know what I mean though. You have all the tools. What skills or talents do you need to develop? What do you need to focus on? What do you need to talk about? The magician gets shit done. And I feel like in Virgo season, there is something about you coming into, there's some sort of experience that you get where you get to experience your magic. You get to feel your magic. You get to really see yourself. I feel like you get to dive deeper into your psyche and learn a lot about yourself by way of having different experiences and no longer waiting. You just going for things on your own. You just like going for it. You allowing, you making space for the divine, for an interaction with maybe ancestors, with spirit guides. There is something about also like being done with like covering yourself. I feel like there's an opening. Your magic is found when your heart is open, Aries. Open your heart, expose your chest, because this isn't a true protective stance anyway, and you as the warrior know that. So I do feel like it's time to invest in updating your internal security system, or investing in, we're going to clarify all this in the plunge, because this is interesting. Definitely like Aquarian energy coming in. So there definitely just could be someone that I feel like, I don't know, there's like a fresh air, a swoosh of fresh air coming in. Stimulating conversations being had. But I feel like it's time, like someone may be also like trying to access a new level of intimacy that you're not used to. And so I feels like there's a bit of unveiling that's happening. You're having to opt to put your defenses down. You're having to choose to be vulnerable and be intimate with people. And I feel like that is a worthy investment. And you won't make the mistakes that you made previously because you're not that old you. You're in a position where it feels like you aren't making like childlike, you know, irrational fucking decisions, emotion-based decisions anymore. It feels like you know the difference between like spirit leading you, like following your spirit to joy, and following like your flesh and chemicals and desires, and you know what I mean? Like, you know the difference. But it does feel like there may be an opportunity the closer we get to Libra season. Okay. She's getting selective, huh? I feel like in some sort of way, something's happening in Virgo season where you're like, I've been through this. I've been through the shame. I've been through the divine redirection and having to cut people off and seeing people that I love wreck me. And now she got options. They got options. And they're selective. You have options coming in, and you need to be selective. I feel like there are multiple offers coming in from the divine. Ace of Cups indicated here, Ace of Cups indicated here. Maybe somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, but it does feel like you thought you were at a new level. You thought you knew, but you had no idea, is how that feels. It's just like this new place of loving yourself. You feel proud. And when someone loves you at this place in your life, when you feel really proud and accomplished and like you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, you're proud of who you are, you're excited for like your efforts and you're seeing the fruit of your labor. When you enter relationship with this energy, everybody responds to you differently. But I want you to know that the independence, the sovereignty, the freedom, the luxury, Mars learned some shit. Made sure you learned some stuff while Mars was in Taurus. There is a certain standard that you should be holding yourself at, and you are to be loved, adored, and appreciated a certain way, regardless of your genitalia, if you're and how you identify. Your standards have risen. I am a god, I am a goddess on earth. Act fucking accordingly. Or next. I love you. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.